Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ailey. Today we're going to be talking about self-tanner. Now, if you are somebody who likes to self-tan a lot, you'll know that finding the right one is pretty major. So once you find one that works well for you, then you know you want to stick to it. There are so many choices though, it is a nightmare. I used to use, and still sometimes do use, fake bake. Now, I used to use Saint-Tropez way back in the day and I had no problems with it, and then one day it just stopped working for me, and that was a total nightmare. It made me go a really weird colour. So I mean, it could have just been that time or whatever, but anyway, that made me branch off and I tried fake bake, and I actually trained with fake bake to do it professionally, so it was easy for me to just use the stuff that I use professionally on myself. I used to use fake bake, and now I've sort of branched off into something else. Now, the reason for this is not because I don't like fake bake anymore. I absolutely love fake bake. I love the colour it makes me go. I love the longevity of it. I love the way it fades off. Everything like that. But I was finding, I was kind of, I still am in a constant battle with my skin, let's face it. Who isn't? So I have sort of reasonably got my skincare down. My skin is playing a lot nicer than it used to, but I always find that some things just don't agree, if you know what I mean. So I wasn't tanning my face. Now that didn't become a problem until I couldn't be bothered wearing makeup. Because basically I would have a line round here and then my face would be pale and the rest of my body would have a tan. Now, my face is a little bit paler than the rest of me just now, but for the most part, it's not bad. And to be honest, these lights blow me out anyway. So I decided to try Utan Tone because they have this really cool coconut tanning water. It's a clear facial spritz and it develops a gradual tan. Now, apparently you can use this as a setting spray over your makeup. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a tan, so it's going to develop into a tan. If it can't get to your skin, there's absolutely no point. And this ain't cheap. This is like $18.99. So I got this from Superdrug and I absolutely love the stuff. I think that this is brilliant. I fade really weird on my neck. You can probably see there's still a little bit of weirdness on my neck. So I actually use, even if I am wearing makeup and stuff like that, I can use this on my chest because you just spray it on and it sort of evens out any unevenness that you've got going on. You can even use it on your arms and things like that if your arms are starting to fade off. I mean, my arms, this probably getting blown out by the light, but my arms are all tanned just now. I'm basically tanned from the boobs up because nobody sees my legs at this time of year and there's no point in wasting tan. So that's a good tip. If you find yourself going through a lot of fake tan, don't tan half of your body, because only tan the half that's on show. Because what's the point in tanning the rest? Because nobody's going to see it. So because I like this little gem so much and it totally didn't make me break out, it's very, very gentle. Basically you just spray it on and just let it dry. You can't really go wrong with it. I would be careful when you're spraying it. Make sure you're covering your entire face, and it's good for getting in about your ears and stuff like that because you're spraying it, you're not having to rub it. So I decided to get the Turbo Self Tan Lotion. Now, there was mousses and things like that, but I tend to find that mousses run out really quickly. Is it mousses? Mousse? It's the plural of mousses. It's the plural of tanning mousses. Write in the comments below for me because I have no idea. Anyway, this is the Utan Tone Sculpt and Tone Complex Turbo Self Tan Lotion. It's a tinted lotion with an odourless organic tanning agent. I wouldn't say it's odourless, but it's definitely not as smelly as a lot of the other tans that I've used. It says it's got aloe, strawberry leaf and cocoa extract in it. Now, this one's medium to ultra dark. It has a little guide on the side here, and it's basically 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour plus. And it's got like a really scary dark tan down here. Now, that could be because somebody with a darker skin tone could use it, and maybe it would make their skin tone even darker, if you know what I mean. But I don't see myself going that colour, and I've slept in this tan. It does not. Unless you layer and layer and layer fake tan, it should only take you to a really natural colour. For anything that is decent quality, it will always work in harmony with your natural skin tone to give you a natural looking tan. If that's not what you're after, then fair enough, you know, you can achieve a darker look with layers and stuff like that. So on this, basically it says 1 hour for a golden glow, 2 hours for a sun-kissed tan, 3 hours for a golden tan, 6 to 8 hours for a deep tan, and 16 hours maximum for ultra dark. So I left this tan on for 4 hours because I put it on and then I was actually going out that night, so I needed to wash it off and then get ready to go out. So that's why I like kind of turbo tans like that, like this, because sometimes I just don't get around to tanning until like the day that I'm meant to be going out. It says here, a second coat can be applied 15 minutes after first application. Your tan will continue to develop for 24 hours after rinsing. The rich guide colour allows you to easily apply an even streak-free colour that can be washed off to reveal supple tan skin. So I will put in the footage obviously just now so that you can see me tanning. This is my second attempt at this video because the last time I did it last week, I wasn't filming. I literally got to the end and went to press the button to stop recording and realised I wasn't recording the whole entire time. So anyway, I show you on my arms. Actually, do I do my chest? I can't even remember. I might do my chest as well. I'm not sure. But basically I told you like I only really did my chest and my arms. So you can see how dark the guide colour is on this. Now I really like that because I think it applies really, really easily. All I use is the little squirty pump on this and I use a mitt, and I don't even use gloves underneath the mitt because I find it doesn't really soak through. So basically I just rub it on with the mitt and it leaves this really, really dark guide colour. Now once your arm is completely covered, you don't really notice so much that it's really dark until you put your bare arm up next to it, and then you can see how dark it actually is. This isn't the colour the tan's going to be, so don't worry too much about that. Then obviously I just repeat the steps on my other hand, and basically what I do is when I get to my hands, I don't put any additional product on the mitt. I always just take whatever is left and kind of sweep it over my hands. My hands are something that I very often get wrong. Very often they go patchy, but this is kind of like the easiest way I've found to make it so that they look as natural as possible. Obviously your hands wear off first. That's where this spray comes in really handy. Again, you can just basically take the spray and take your hand like that and just give your hand sort of like a little dusting and let it dry. And because this isn't as intense as this straight off the bat, you know you're going to keep your hands looking sort of reasonably natural. You know, they're not going to look splotchy or too dark around the edges or anything like that. If you really, really struggle with application on your hands, you could probably just use this on your hands and then not, you know, kind of fade it up from the wrist. Make sure that you are moisturising your elbows, your hands, your face, your knees, your feet. Make sure that you really slather on that moisturiser before you start to apply your tan. Let it sink in a little bit. If you are very dry, do a second application and make sure that you're getting it right in about anywhere that your tan would grab normally. And I mean, I haven't really noticed anything with this tan at all. It hasn't really grabbed anywhere. It wears off in my usual spots like in here first, but that's kind of like that with everything. So I think that the two work really well together. I haven't tried any of the other products, but I think I would now. They are a little bit on the pricey side, but then they're not crazy expensive. And this is a really, really big bottle. How much was this? I'll put on the screen how much this was. I'm pretty sure this was $18.99. I'll put up how much this was. You're getting 200ml in this one and you're getting 100ml in this one, and this is definitely not like 40 quid. So this is quite pricey, but this isn't too bad, and I've used it 4 or 5 times now and I haven't even made a dent in it. So yeah, instead of me just rambling on like I probably will for the next half an hour, I guess I will just leave it at that. I really like this. Like I said, I do still like fake bake and stuff like that, but I just wanted to try something new and I'm really glad I did. I would definitely recommend this, especially if you are a wee bit like me and you don't tan kind of crazy often, but you're not the best at it. With this really dark guide colour, that's probably my favourite thing about this product. That's pretty much it. I really, really love these two things. I just really wanted to share them with you. So I do have a giveaway going at the moment, so if you want to enter that, I will leave the link up here for you. You can go check it out. But apart from that, I would love if you enjoyed this video, if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!